trust your own mind completely, but how often is it secretly betraying you? You feel in control, but a hidden network of mental shortcuts and errors is operating beneath your awareness, steering your choices every single day. These aren't flaws you can simply delete. They're built into the human operating system. But by learning to spot them, you take the first real step toward clearer thinking. This exploration is inspired by the groundbreaking work of thinkers like Daniel Kahneman. Cognitive dissonance. A fox spies a cluster of ripe grapes hanging just out of reach. He leaps once, twice, 3 times, each attempt failing. Finally, he turns away, muttering, "They were probably sour anyway." This ancient fable names our tendency. When we can't get what we desire, we often devalue it. This mental trick is far more than just sour grapes. It's a mechanism to escape internal conflict. When you hold 2 contradictory beliefs, your mind rebels. The discomfort is cognitive dissonance. You didn't get the job, so you convince yourself it was a terrible company. You criticize wealth, but also crave it. This clash creates mental tension that can escalate to anxiety. The mind's solution? It will often wildly reshape reality to make it fit, choosing the story that hurts less. As one writer noted, playing the clever fox only ensures you walk away hungry. The spotlight effect. You walk into a room late, convinced every head turns in judgment. A tiny stain on your shirt feels like a neon sign. This is the spotlight effect, the unshakable feeling that you are the center of everyone's attention. But here's the liberating truth. People are overwhelmingly focused on themselves. You are not the main character in everyone else's story. That critical audience you imagine is mostly a projection of your own self-focus. Recognizing this can instantly dissolve a layer of social anxiety.
The anchoring effect. How do we guess an unknown number? We start from a known reference point, an anchor. Is that ancient tree taller or shorter than 400 meters? Your guess is now anchored to that number. But this isn't just about trivia. Shockingly, even random, meaningless numbers can warp our judgment. In a sobering study, experienced judges read a case file, then rolled loaded dice. Those who rolled a high number proposed sentences nearly twice as long as those who rolled low. The arbitrary dice roll anchored their professional judgment. In the real world, this bias is a weapon. The first price you see, a car's sticker price, a house listing, sets an anchor that makes all subsequent numbers seem reasonable by comparison. You can't disable this bias, but you can be aware. Before a negotiation, consciously set your own anchor. Say, let's ignore their opening number and determine value independently. The halo effect. Meet Alex. He's clever, hardworking, but also impulsive and jealous. Now meet Blake. He's jealous, impulsive, but also hardworking and clever. Most view Alex more favorably, though their traits are identical. Why? Sequence matters. The first information we get casts a long shadow, coloring everything that follows. This halo blinds us. An attractive person is perceived as kinder and more competent. A prestigious diploma makes us assume intelligence across the board. In the infamous Madoff scheme, a halo of success and reputation blinded investors to the impossible numbers. In meetings, the first opinion spoken can unduly influence the entire group. To combat this, seek independent judgments before discussion. Remember, your brain is a story maker with limited data, and its first draft is often dangerously flawed. Gambler's fallacy. A coin lands on heads 3 times in a row. For the next flip, you feel a strange pull toward tails, believing in a cosmic balance. This is the gambler's fallacy, the mistaken belief that past independent events influence future ones. But the coin has no memory. This illusion fuels casinos and skews real-world decisions. An asylum judge is less likely to approve an application if they just approved the previous 2. A loan officer's decision bends based on the applications before yours. In a test, the string of answers AAAA feels less likely than ABCD, though both are equally probable. We are terrible at understanding streaks. The universe doesn't keep score to be fair. The contrast effect. A $100 watch seems cheap next to a $10,000 one. Would you drive across town to save $50 on a $100 item? Probably. On a $5,000 item? Probably not. Our judgments are rarely absolute. They're made in comparison. Something appears large, attractive, or valuable based on what sits beside it. Retailers exploit this constantly. The expensive item at the front makes everything else seem like a deal. Be vigilant. Ask yourself, am I evaluating this on its own merits or just because of what's next to it?
Confirmation bias. This is the mind's most powerful filter. You form a belief, then your brain actively seeks evidence that confirms it while ignoring or forgetting anything that contradicts it. This is psychologically easy. Questioning our own beliefs is hard work. Today, algorithms supercharge this bias, feeding us content that reinforces our existing views, trapping us in echo chambers. We surround ourselves with voices that echo our own until opposing perspectives seem alien and irrational. The cycle tightens. Search, confirm, reinforce. As Kahneman noted, repeated exposure breeds familiarity, and familiarity feels like truth. To weaken its grip, you must actively seek out disconfirming evidence. True thinking isn't about defending a position, but exploring the gray area between. Diversify your information sources. Challenge your own assumptions. The goal isn't to be right, but to be less wrong. The Baader Meinhof Phenomenon. You learn a new word and suddenly you see it everywhere. You buy a blue car and the roads fill with blue cars. This frequency illusion tricks you into thinking the world has changed, when really your awareness has. Your brain, a relentless pattern-seeking machine, now has a new filter. The recent stimuli stand out, and confirmation bias seals the deal, making you notice it even more. The truth is, those things were always there. You simply didn't have a reason to see them. The Zeigarnik Effect. Unfinished tasks cling to your memory with stubborn persistence, while completed ones fade away. This is why that unresolved argument or incomplete project buzzes in your head at 3 a.m. The original solution was to finish the task, but research found a simpler fix. Make a concrete plan. Write down the steps you'll take. Getting the loop out of your head and onto paper often grants immediate relief. The paradox of choice. A famous study offered shoppers a tasting booth with 24 exotic jams. Another booth had only 6. More people stopped at the vast selection, but 10 times more people actually bought jam at the simple booth. Why? Because overwhelming choice leads to paralysis, not liberation. With few options, we compare and choose comfortably. With hundreds, we freeze, fearing a wrong choice, and eventual regret taints even a good decision. This applies to everything from grocery aisles to modern dating apps. An endless stream of potential partners doesn't lead to perfect matches. It leads to dissatisfaction and what-if thinking. More options increase the opportunity cost, stealing joy from whatever you finally pick. These mental patterns are your silent partners in every decision. You can't evict them, but by bringing them into the light, you regain authority. If this look behind the curtain of your own mind was valuable, help the channel grow. Please like this video, it makes a real difference, and explore more content on Talk Psychology. What's one bias you caught yourself in this week? Let's discuss below.